It's Brian Preston, the money guy.
This next one is from South Bay Mama. South Bay Mama. Should you adjust your retirement savings rate when you're expecting a large $1 million plus inheritance? For example, reducing retirement to save for a house in a high cost of living area. So it sounds like this person has family members that have some wealth. There might be an inheritance coming her way. And since she thinks that might be the case, can she decrease her savings so that she can purchase a house because she lives in a high cost of living area?
Well, there's several things to unpack there. First of all, I think that those type of situations are one-off where you need a financial plan.
Sure.
Because remember, you don't put anything in any investment unless you can walk away from it for 5 to 7 years. You have to turn. You don't want short-term money into a volatile stock market or bond marketplace where interest rates are all over the place. So that's the first check. So if you know you're buying a house within the next 3 to 5 years, that's not money that would go towards your retirement anyway. And you're probably, Bo, you're probably looking at me like, wow, that's not really where the question is. No, but I have a point here because I can see in your eyes. I want to make sure, because this is getting to the point of you have a windfall coming your way. And the first thing is, should I go buy a bigger house? Mm-hmm. I think there's a step before this that goes, before you can determine if I should be buying a house, is how healthy is my retirement plan? How healthy are my financial assets? Because that should be the cherry on your sundae of your financial life, is that you put the time in to figure out what you need. And there's maybe a chance that you've done such a good job of being a financial mutant for decades that this windfall coming your way, maybe $100,000, $200,000 after you pay, after you receive it, goes to firm up your retirement plan. But then there's some leftover that you could, if your life requires, and it's actually the appropriate thing that you take into account all the cash flow of, increased repair cost of the utilities, the furniture, all the things. Because I can tell you, the nicer your house is, the more your expenses will be.
Sure.
I'm always amazed. I really do think service providers, they ride up and they go, this is nice. This is normally a $35 grass cut, but because I went through those gates, this is a $65 or a $90 grass cut. That stuff really does happen. Toys begot more toys, and which require more cost of upkeep. So I left a lot of meat on the bone because I was thinking about this more from the financial planning perspective instead of a nice little highlight clip that goes on YouTube. So that's what I was going through, all the different variables that I typically do in a retirement plan.
Yeah, I have a little bit of a different view. I mean, I don't disagree with anything that you said. One thing, but I don't disagree with anything, but I have a different view.
But
I really don't. I really don't like it when it comes to planning out someone's finances to bank on an inheritance coming from parents at some point in the future.
This is not like in the next month? Like somebody's already passed? You don't think this person's passed away yet?
No, I think this person is saying, hey, I think mom and dad have money.
Oh.
Can I save less? Because I think I'm going to inherit some money when mom and dad pass away.
Oh, man. My kids are getting close to adulthood. My oldest one is. Do you think they're going to start?
Did Avery ask it? Is that Avery?
Okay.
No. So here's what
I did not take that angle whatsoever. I thought this was maybe an inheritance was coming next month.
No, I think what they're saying is,
away and it's in the executor.
I know that at some point I'm going to inherit $1 million.
Oh, that's different.
So should I save less for retirement now? My answer is no, because here's what we don't often know we don't know when that inheritance is going to happen. And unless you've had very frank conversations with your parents about how much money actually exists there, you might be wrong on your estimation about what's coming to you, or you might be wrong about what your parents' wishes are with their wealth. It's not uncommon for someone to have charitable desire. I think Warren Buffett said he's going to leave enough money for his kids that they can do anything they want, but not so much that they can do nothing. Well, you don't want to bank on, one day I'm going to inherit $1 million, and that's going to be my retirement portfolio. And then you go for the next 20, 30, 40 years, and then when it happens, there's not enough money there. Or maybe this is good. Maybe your parents live for a long, long time, and you don't want to sit there and be like, look at your clock, man, I'm ready to retire, but I need mom and dad to move on. I am always of the opinion that you should work on building your financial foundation, saving for your retirement, hitting your 20 to 25% savings goal, not taking into account what your parents have going on, unless there are unique circumstances where there's an estate plan in place and there's already a wealth transfer happening. I would not decrease my personal retirement savings banking on inherited money coming my way at some point in the future.
Now that I have a little more context, let me put it a little really clear in this aspect, is that somebody who potentially could inherit money, but the timeline is not known. Guys, it's back to that question. Are you a creator of wealth or are you a consumer of wealth? And if you're a person that you have successful parents, I want to challenge you, because I hate that stat that says that 70% of wealth disappears in second generation, 90% disappears by third generation. If you're a person that has parents that have means, or a family member, challenge you, turn that into a legacy that pays it forward for making life easier for not only your family, but also for charities, for everything else, because it just breaks my heart to see. I know how hard it is to create wealth in that first generation and to see it slip away so easily. So hear my words and take that challenge and say, man, maybe instead of a bigger house, a consumption, maybe I could do something really big. Let's dream big and figure out how we stay on the builder side of this fork in the road moment.